right. So, just getting my phone ready here. Okay. So, today I wanted to try drawing a landscape. Let me take a step back real quick. So this is what we did on the last drawing stream. So this was made with some Thule acrylic markers. The reference was like a Roman bust. And then recently in my sketchbook, just to show y'all some stuff that's been happening, I made this doodle, and then also a little dog doodle. Alrighty, so we're gonna attempt a landscape today. It's gonna be inspired by Iceland, which is somewhere that I've always been interested in going. And we'll see what happens. It's going to be kind of a flat, snowy landscape, possibly with the Aurora Borealis in the sky here, if I can get that going. So I'm testing out some more new markers. This kind is called Arrtx. And they come in pretty large sets. Let me see. I'm going to go for a darker purple here. So we've got some snow. We've got some rocks. So far, I really like the coverage and the flow on these. It's really nice. So I don't do landscapes a whole lot, but you only get better at stuff if you try to do it, right? So that's what we're doing. So I hope everybody is having a nice Tuesday. Getting ready for the holidays, potentially. I know it probably doesn't look like a lot right now. Just some squiggle lines, but it'll look more like something as we keep going.
It's delicious, Alan Prince.
Thank you for feeding Xena. For anybody that's new, we have Xena over here as well. You can play games with her and stuff. She's always ready for a treat. Let's see. I kind of want to get right into... I'm probably a little too excited, but I really want to get right into the... There's like these lime green reflections on the water that are pretty exciting for me. Lime green is my favorite color, so I kind of can't resist. Let's see. Yeah, I'm surprised. These are... I really like these a lot. The ink comes out really nice, and they are pretty opaque, it looks like, in terms of, you know, covering each other up and stuff. All right, let's see. Try to get it yellow here. So whatever we're doing in the water down here is going to be kind of similar in the sky. It's not like a 1-to-1. It's a little bit brighter in the sky. But I'm just going to get some colors down. A lot of these are probably going to get lightened up. The ones in the sky, I mean. They have more like luminosity to them than the reflection on the water does. don't think I've ever seen the Aurora Borealis either. That would be pretty cool. I lived in Washington a long time ago, and I don't know. I sort of feel like that's a place where maybe you could see them on special occasions or something, but I don't remember ever seeing them when I lived there. I think something happened not too long ago where you're supposed to be able to see them from here in Texas, but I had a friend that stayed up late and like drove to, you know, some a spot out in Texas that was supposed to be like one of those places that's rated for being really, really dark. I can't think what it's called. Probably Dark Sky something. But she wasn't able to see it either, despite her attempts. Let's see. I want to see what happens when we like mix these a little bit together. Like when you go wet into wet. Looks like it can drag a little bit of the other color. Not too much. Alright, let's see. I think I want to try to get like some of this dark gray color. Let's start out with this one. Let's see, over here we'll do a little more. Just trying to get a bunch of color laid down here first to begin with. But yeah, these markers come in pretty big sets from what I saw. This one was a set of 60, which is a pretty good, you know, amount. You get a lot of variety to try to work with. What to do? Since I've really been enjoying these markers and they're kind of becoming a staple, at least.
Welcome, Alan Prince.
At least for now, of things I like using in my sketchbook. I've got a little stand here on my desk now for them all. So yeah, we'll get some stars and all kinds of stuff in here eventually. So we'll get some base layers in here. Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, I just really like that coverage. I feel like I'm, I mean, I know they're acrylic pens, but it feels like I'm laying down acrylic with a brush right now. Wow, this is coming together fast. Yeah, it is. I hope it'll continue to look pretty decent as we go along. Lots of organic shapes, which is kind of why I chose this one to start. You know, I really like the beautiful mountains and stuff, like those hilly landscapes and waterfalls and like the black rocks and stuff in Iceland. That felt a little bit more complicated for my first time out with these markers. So I feel like this one was a little bit, I could be a little bit more loose with it, you know? So that's why I went this route. Alright, let's see over here. I'm gonna get kind of this shape. There are some reflections of the rocks in the water too, so I don't want to forget about those. Let's see. I do need some pinks. This Aurora has like a lot of pink and green in it, and then in the reflection, the pinks look a lot more orange and like salmony. There we go. It looks like the pink is like a little bit less opaque, but I do like that because I really like how it's layering over the top of this blue right here. All right. And hopefully we'll be able to create some more moments like that as we keep going. I keep saying hopefully like I'm not in control of this, but sometimes stuff does feel kind of out of control when you're first trying it out, you know? Let's see, and we've got kind of a nice, like, pale green right here. Like an apple green a little bit. Trying to go into concentration mode a little bit, so I'm not talking quite as much, but if y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I am trying to keep an eye on the chat while I work. And I never really know how much people want me to be talking. But I've got my dog is snoring. I don't know if you can hear that, but I've also got some crackly fire again today for y'all. Okay. I'd really like to try. Let's see what this one looks like. I feel like that's going to be too dark. Let's see. Try this one. This set actually does have a white in it too, which is a relief, so I'll definitely be using that to come back and get some stars and some probably like knock some stuff back a little bit as we keep going. Okay. Remember to read. Dang, I really like this green a lot. In real life, it's super saturated. Green is my favorite color. So, feels really satisfying to look at. All right. It's very like peachy up at the top here, so let me try to get that in. I have to layer this peach with some other colors to kind of get it to do what I want. All right. Then down here, I feel like it's it just feel more like I almost want to say it looks kind of ochre-y, almost like a burnt orange. So it's gonna look weird for a second, but I'm gonna try putting down. Oh, it's not as ochre as I thought. But I'm gonna try to put this down and then probably mix it with something else in a minute to knock the saturation back a little bit, make it a little bit more gray. Yeah, that's a nice one too. Really like this one. Really good color. I really want like a. Let's try this one. I want like a dark gray purple. That's pretty close actually to what I was hoping for. Not bad. Once again, as usual, my collection of markers I'm accumulating on my desk here getting in the way a little bit, but alright, I think we're definitely making progress for sure. Yeah, I'm liking how this is going so far. I think I want to try this one. I think some of the challenge here will also come from smoothing out some of these colors.
I'm hungry.
He's always hungry. Like really much always. I get it. Me too. Alright. I want to do... thinking. I'm going to try... Thinking. Looking at my colors. I'd like a really dark, like gray blue, which I'm not sure that I have at the moment. I'm gonna try to mix it up a little bit here with this, Thule one. This isn't a black. It's actually a gray, but it is pretty dark. I'm gonna try to get some definition on these rocks that are over here. I think one of the reasons I kind of struggle with landscapes sometimes is like I find them kind of visually confusing or something. Like the more stuff that's going on, you know, like branches or like a lot of rocks and stuff. I'm like, what is that? Or maybe because I want to like make everything exact, but at a certain point you gotta kind of approximate shapes and things. Alright. Let's do that. So I don't want to, well, I guess I'll go ahead and do this reflection here. Alright, so this is our first snowy rock reflection. Okay, so then here we've got just a little bit of rock showing, which I think is part of what makes this one a little bit visually strange to me. It's like a puzzle. I don't know why. Okay. And then we've got some more rock showing. And then, let's see, and then there's kind of like some more snow. And then more rock. Okay. So I'm gonna start filling in this snow a little bit. So I can add some more colors and values to it, and it's not just white. Okay. We're just gonna go for it. Let's make all of this a light purple for now. We'll add more. And then this is going to act as a base color for us for most of this kind of background area. All right. Okay. Let me figure out some more of our snow colors here. Oh, those are really similar. One is like more cool, and the other one is more warm. Let's see, I know I've got like a grayish, purpley color here somewhere. I'll find it. Taking them out of the box is almost like confused me. Alright. Trying to keep all the snow colors together in my piles here so we can know what is what. And then in our reflections, the snow at least is a lot more desaturated, the reflections of the snow. And kind of more blue. We're in there. I thought it was going to be darker. Let's see. I think we want probably like a dark teal for this part over here. All right. Dreaming. Oh my god. I need it like a little bit more purple. Okay, let's try. Plant music. Oh, yeah, let's roll with this for a second. I need like, let's see. Good. Very blue, purple. It's like a very medium blue, purple. What does this one look like again? The same as that one, but cooler. Okay. Let's try the blue first. And then we'll see if we can make something happen after that. And I'm trying to start adding some dimension to the right hand side here now. Okay. And let's get some of this here. Okay. It's a little hard not being able to mix purples because, like, mix my own purple because it's like I feel like I know exactly what I want it to look like. What can I say? Landscapes are hard. I feel like my brain is being stretched right now. Like when I'm practicing learning a new language or something, and it feels like impossible at first. And then after you keep going, it feels like it just clicks, and you're like, man, why did I ever think that was so hard? I have not reached that point yet with this. Right now, we're still in brain being stretched mode. Yep. It's like when I mostly usually draw portraits and stuff like that, it's a whole nother ball game. It feels like doing this. Well, it's very light, very gray. That one. All right, let's try this one. Something. Okay. Okay. Now I'm thinking. I would like light blue, light purple. Oof, it's a little bit darker than I was hoping, but let me try to do a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna go over it with a lighter blue and see what happens. It's a little closer to what I was hoping. So we'll try that a couple more times. kind of wet and the wet, mixing that a little bit. I feel like this side might. I feel like it could stay a little darker, and then probably right here I'll keep it. I'll get it lighter. Where this snow lump is. Alright, well, we're at a good spot here to maybe work on the water area a little bit more. I say as I keep doing this. I think we're at a point where we can start adding some light areas here too, to this, all this stuff. Trying to kind of create some different textures and stuff, even though I'm only using a couple different kinds of tools. Okay, actually. Okay. I am going to add in our rocks that are down here in the foreground. I think that that will help us move forward as well. Let's see. This one is really blue on the sides, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lock that in. And this one is like a dark angle right here. This one.
Nice to meet you. I'm Xena.
Xena's good about greeting everybody that comes in. Welcome. This rock has a little bit of, well, rock showing through the snow here. So I'm going to make some little notes right there. Okay. Thank you for feeding Xena again. I appreciate it. Can everybody still, oh. Can y'all still see the stream? It looked like my internet or OBS disconnected for just like a split second. It happened to me one other time and it ended up like splitting my stream in two, like the recording on the page.
It's
dropped for a
delicious, Alan
second.
Prince.
I wonder why that happened. We were getting some rain earlier, so I don't know if it's like the weather or if it's the software or what, but at least it didn't drop for good. Alright, alright. Okay. Looking at all my marker options I've got scattered around here. Let's see. This one. The Wi-Fi is wet. Alright. Alright. Keep saying alright, but I'm cheering myself on, I guess. And then I'm gonna come here. Right. Alright. And then I'm gonna bring in some of this nice blue here. Too. Yeah, I really like that one. Okay. All right. Okay, well, we definitely have a lot of colors down. We can say that for sure. I don't know if this is going to be the right color, but I sort of want to see what it looks like. Oh, it's kind of nice, actually. Okay. All right, and really in the water, it's like pretty much, well, very little white, and it's mostly the greens and stuff showing through. And then I'm gonna get this dark teal bag. Okay. I'm gonna try to add some more like milkiness in here, some other kinds of brush shapes a little bit, so we can kind of get things looking like it's got more variety. Okay. Well, what do we think so far, chat? Is it looking okay? Someone's purple right here. Some more two. All right, now I kind of want to get a little bit more. My paper's starting to curl. I'm actually putting so much material down here. I want to kind of get some of that white in here because I just want to see like what it does, how it behaves with the other stuff. Let's see. There's like a couple different that are like near white. Maybe we should start with a slightly creamy white first. That would probably be good. Chat says, looks good. Are you gonna put white on the snow or keep it the way it is? Well, in my reference, there isn't any like true white on the snow, but it probably will have some more highlights kind of that we're gonna build up. So I'll try to get it a little bit brighter on like the parts that are catching the light. Yeah, I feel like this off-white is pretty good for our purposes here, I think, actually. Trying to see if I have a. Hey, one thing at a time. I kind of getting distracted a little bit here. Okay. Let me do a little bit of this first again before I go fully into. I think having this lime green is actually going to help us unify some things, like layering it over some parts. It's going to give us an additional color because the Aurora does look pretty green, but it's like you can see like lots of other colors kind of showing through that green, or that are part of it. Okay. I feel like I could do something somewhere down here, just pretty light touch over these other colors with the green. We'll get closer to the colors that I really want here. It builds up pretty quick though. When you're trying to layer it, so. Only do so much before it's like already getting opaque over what you have down there already. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I am missing kind of a right over here. It's good. It kind of balances us like a little bit. Well, I'm surprised the other didn't say their name this time, actually. Okay, I think the sky is looking a lot better. You see what this stuff is here. How light is that? Oh, it's really light, actually. Okay. Like that. Okay. Go. Very quiet there again. Just like I said, my brain is being stretched a little bit and just trying to figure out where I want some stuff. Right. So I'm trying to add a little bit more dimension to these rocks that we've got in the front here. Okay. Let's see, where should I spend some time next? I think probably a little bit over here still. Let's give these some more shape. Okay. All right, I need to add in some darks. I can find. I've pulled out so many pens to work with now. It's like, there it is. Okay. Staring me right in the face here. So I'll probably go back in and knock these, this like near black color a little bit brighter again, but so I just don't want it to be so, so black looking. I would rather if it was like a really dark, like more blue or something than it is. And then I kind of want to just put some really darkness here and then go back over it, and see how that looks like coming through. Let's see, I think it was this color that I used. Yeah. There we go. Cheating the system a little bit. Yeah, so I really needed a darker dark there. Great. Yeah, okay, that makes me a lot happier. It just wasn't the right color, but now it is a lot closer to the right color there. So this kind of wet into wet method seems to be working pretty well. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. May do something kind of similar up here at the top. I just want to add like a little bit of darkness to this. Oh, let me move down a little bit. This section here. Let's see if I can kind of get that darker this way. Oof, this blue is very opaque, but I think we're getting it. Okay. We're making progress. I think it's starting to look like something. I feel like since I'm using acrylic markers, these drawings are also kind of going through a similar phase to a painting where they have like an ugly stage where it doesn't look like anything. So I'm feeling a lot better now because I feel like we are at the point where it is looking like something. Okay. Paper is starting to get very curly, but that's okay. Now that I know that these can lay down so much color, next time I'll probably experiment more with having a background color or like a color that I laid down before, making anything. I mean, as well as I lost my train of thought. Something about color and planning. I can't remember what I was going to say, but I do know that I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to stream tonight. Like I had pretty much been planning on it, but sometimes you go all day thinking you're going to do something, and then the time finally comes and you're like, man, I don't know if I really have the energy for that or not. But so I think that's probably what I was trying to say. I'll probably do some prepping, like beforehand. Like I could probably even just prep it with some acrylic in there beforehand to set up like a page color that's not white. Okay. Oof. I'm really starting to feel relieved. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the one thing I don't like about using the markers is like I feel like I can't get the exact colors I want. I have to kind of approximate based on what colors are available to me. But if I can mix stuff a bit, then we sort of get around that. Okay. I am interested. There's a couple of things to do real quick. I want to fix this area so it's not so patchy. The white showing through. And then I think I want to start adding some stars and just see what that's like here. keep pulling out the white, and I'm like, no, not yet, not yet. I just really want to use it. Okay. See, I just feel like we may not need to use the white. And in school, I was well, first I was a drawing concentration, and later I was a printing concentration, but I still had a professor that was a painter, and I'll always kind of remember that they told me it's best not to use a pure white and use something that's like close to white. Same with black, because it'll make the painting a lot more interesting and kind of elevated if you're not relying on those colors as your lightest light and darkest dark. The thing about stars, though, is how do you know when you have enough? Because obviously there's a lot. So my thought is here, if we do kind of the this light off-white, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a really, really light yellow color first for the stars. Then we can maybe go in and do like an even tinier dot in the middle of that that's like closer to white. And that'll really make them look like they're popping and shining. What do you think? Chat, or the stars starring?
I'm hungry.
Oh. I feel like she thinks I'm talking to her sometimes. Poor Ellen Prince is always beating Xena, always trying to sate her. Oh, thank you.
It's delicious, Alan Prince.
Do you think she just likes you because you give her treats? Or do you think you guys have a bond? Hopefully she's grateful. Okay. I thought it was deeper than that. Well, you're probably right. It probably is deeper than that. I'm probably just reading too much into it. All right. Well, I'm excited. I can't even tell you how many markers are like out on my desk right now, but treats are my love language. You or Xena? Both? My phone just died here. I'm trying to monitor the stream on. All right. Yeah, I think we're like 99% there. I just want to add a couple little spots here and there. Purple on these rocks. And then I want to kind of take a gander at these other rocks over here. The ones that are farther away, and kind of think about how those are looking. Like what they need to make them more rock-like. Or the snow more snow-like, I guess, would also be something we're thinking about here. Okay, I do want to try to add some more shapes here. I think that looks better. It's the little things that make stuff look a lot better. Just a few of these dark green marks, and I feel like it's a lot of improvement already. Trying not to get lost in my drawing here and figure out what's going on. I'm curious what happens if we mix these together a little bit. That looks nice, like that. I think for my very last deed here, I'm probably gonna add some small marks with thinner pens to just make sure we've got some line quality and stuff going on. Even if our landscape is not perfect, it can still have some visual interest. Hold it up. Hold it up for y'all so it's like less shiny. So that's what we're looking like right now. So, all right. Got a little bit of marker on the side of my hand. Try not to drag that everywhere. Looking through my colors here. Of my really dark ones to see Actually, I did swatch most of those. Let me see. Oh, the Arrtx would probably be great. With the earth tone set of the Thule, it's really hard to tell like what those actually look like in terms of the color and the value. Get my phone back up, make sure it's alive here. Usually I plug it in while I'm streaming and I forgot to.
ZZZZ.
Yeah, I think it's past Zena's bedtime, I guess. She seems to go to bed pretty early. Alright. I feel like it's gonna take me a lot more landscapes to get good at landscapes, honestly. They are, for sure. Brain breakers. I think it went like better and worse than I thought it would go, so. Oh, that's kind. Chat says, if this is the beginning, you'll master them quick. Thanks, Helen Prince. Yeah, I think I've only ever done a handful of color landscapes ever. I have like a little surreal acrylic painting that I made that I really like. That one's not really based on anything though, you know. Excuse me. And then a long time ago, I made one of my aunts a painting of the beach, like the Destin, Florida beach, because she really likes Destin. And it's okay. I saw it the other day and I was like, it's all right. You know, did my best. Okay. I'm gonna try to tilt it away from the light a little. for you. It's very shiny right now because there's a lot of things that are still kind of wet or like very, just have a lot of media on there. But pretty okay. There's one marker I would really like to see if it is working. Be great if you are. Let's see. Kinda. Great. Okay. I just want to add a little bit of visual entries right here because it was looking like a little too flat. This one marker in particular doesn't like work very well. Well, I think this is a pretty good stopping point for today. I don't want to overwork it too much. I think made a lot of progress, learned a lot. It's very shiny. I'll try to photograph it nice and I'll post it on my Instagram, which is linked on my Twitch page. It's madcreative.studio. So if you want to see a better version of the final thing that's not catching the light here, you can check that out. All right. So I don't know if we want to raid. Who is live right now? Let's see. Oh, none of the art channels that I'm following are live right now. That's crazy. Well, I'll try a new channel. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like I'm taking too long to decide. So, let's. All right. There's somebody practicing drawing a anatomically correct skull, and that's pretty hard. So let's raid that person and show them some love. Their skull drawing looks pretty good. Their username is Hummu, Hummu. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed the drawing. And I will probably see you back again tomorrow or the day after. All right. Bye, everybody.